Hi, this is Bruce Buffer, and you're listening to the Brats and Beard Podcast.
Welcome back, tailgaters. I am very excited to announce our guest this week. She's a professional championship boxer with a record of 22-2 and mixed martial artist with a record of 2-2. She made major strides for women's boxing by landing a televised gig on NBCSN, and she could kick all of our asses in no less than 10 seconds. Her next fight is coming up on October 13th. And with no further ado, please help me welcome Heather the Heat Hardy to the show.
Hi, guys.
Woo!
Welcome.
How's it going? How are you doing today?
It's going pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So you're in the middle of training right now, right? So your fight's coming up on the 13th. Is that correct?
Yeah, really exciting.
So just announced, I believe it's in New York City, and you're fighting Chelsea Anderson.
I think she pulled out today. So
Oh no.
yeah, it's the second time she's pulled out. So my managers are on the line, and I know that we're gonna secure the bag. So I'm not gonna no stops in the training.
Okay. Are you finding? Is it going to be Amanda Serrano, or who's replacing her?
This is a small event. This is a small show. So
okay.
This is a small show. I've only fought twice since 2019. You know, it's going to be my return to New York City. I'm really excited to get back in there and stay active for this last chapter of my career.
That's awesome. That's
awesome. Sean, I don't want to interrupt you, but
yeah, dude, go.
I took a poll today, and they said that they'd rather hear our fans said they'd rather hear her talk. So can you please just tell us about how you got into boxing? Like I read a story, and I want to get into that because it seems like you just kind of dove head first into this category. I don't.
Yeah, I was going through a divorce. I was living with my little sister. I was kind of raising both of our kids. She was like the mom. I was like the dad. I was working like 6 jobs. And they opened a little karate school in my neighborhood. And my sister surprised me with a gift card. And she was just like, you have to do something and get out of this house. All you do is work and sleep. And apparently they had like a little fight team. And I was taking like the cardio classes and stuff. And they had a fight team. And they were like, hey, somebody needs an opponent like your size. Do you want to try it? And I had only been there like 2 or 3 weeks. And I was like, fuck it. Can I say a bad word? I don't know if I can say a bad word.
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh yeah,
why not? And so I took the fight and I won. And it was like the craziest thing in the world. But being inside that ring, it was like, wow, I'm finally good at something. This is the thing that I've been waiting for. And I just haven't stopped fighting girls since.
Oh, man, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Have you ever fought any guys besides your ex?
Well, I didn't fight him. I put a couple of boots through his car windows.
There you go.
I actually fought him. I've hit some guys for sure, sparred in the gym, things like that. But I've never had a professional fight against a guy.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if there were any street fights going on, so that's good.
No, I mean, I've jumped on a couple guys' backs, poked him in the eye, tried to break it up.
Oh my god!
Never straight up.
That's some Brooklyn
I'm not
shit.
that crazy.
That is some Brooklyn shit, yeah. All right, so in this, I know you mentioned like kind of in the next chapter, I guess last chapter of your fighting career. I guess where are you going to go after this fight, or what do you kind of plan on for after this?
Well, it's such a dumb thing for a fighter to make a plan after a fight, right? Like you got to get through this one to get through the next. But I mean, the basic idea is this: like, I want to go for another world title. I want to end my career on the right note. I fought Amanda. I didn't even ask any questions. They said, "You want to fight?" I said, "Fine." Because I'm just like such a street girl, I didn't think business. I didn't think timing. I didn't think training. I said, fine, I don't care. And all my coaches were like, Heather, we need more. We need it. And I was like, no, they want to fight me. We're fighting. And it probably wasn't the smartest move at the time for my first defense, but I'm just so thick-headed. I'm grateful that I'm still in shape and I can make another run. But the bottom line is I'm 40 years old and I just threw my kid in college. And if I can't beat the girl they put in front of me next month, then I don't belong fighting for a world title. And that's what we're out here to see.
Awesome. Well, best of luck. That's very exciting. We will be watching from afar. Well, I don't think we'll make it out to New York, but we'll be watching.
We'll be streaming it. So you got to
Good.
make sure to get that.
We will for sure. So I also read somewhere that you wanted to be the first female pitcher for the Yankees when you were younger. Is that true? And I guess kind of tell me more about that. And can you pitch for the Brewers right now to help them get into the playoffs if possible?
I bet you I could. When I was a kid, I was the biggest Yankee fan like on the planet. And I mean a kid like 6, 7, like I could spit out stats, and I watched 162 games a year on this tiny little TV that I had in my bedroom. My mom and dad would be like banging with the broom on the ceiling, like, shut up, go to bed, And I used to dream of running out of the bullpen, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun was going to be my song. And I really thought it was going to happen.
That's awesome.
You had it all figured out.
Yeah.
Mariano Rivera kind of took that spot from you for a while. I
know he did. What he played, Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a song.
Yeah, song. Yep. Well, there's been a couple females on the Yankees though, like A-Rod. Who else?
Hey, watch your mouth.
She got whip you.
I know. I'm not going to tell you where I live, so you don't come kick my ass.
You gotta be Boston. You gotta be from Boston.
Actually, I'm Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So
yeah, but we don't care about you guys. So the only real competition is the Red Sox.
You really shouldn't. You really should. And Drew's a Twins fan, and you guys kick their asses all the time in the playoffs. So you can't even say anything.
Yeah, and say if they didn't kill us each year, she wouldn't even know who we were. So
yeah.
Are you still that big of a Yankees fan?
No, I'm not. I don't know if you remember that line from, if you ever saw Bronx Tale, when the little kid was like, I love the Yankees. It's the Yankees, and the Yankees paying your bills. So when I started getting a little older and realizing that you can't sit at home and watch 162 games a year anymore, it gets a little harder,
It does.
Yeah. So what do you do when you're not like training? Like what else do you do outside of the fighting world?
Oh my God, I'm so boring. Like I hate this question because it's so embarrassing. What do? I drink.
Okay, what do you drink?
At least you're honest. Let's go.
What do you do for fun? I go to the bar and hang out with my friends.
Hell yeah. All right, so beer or like
no,
whiskey,
I don't drink
vodka?
beer.
What are you drinking?
I am like a big tequila girl.
Oh, okay.
It's like I'm either like down in tequila straight, or like I like a nice girly bubbly. It depends on what time of day. But I'll tell you, if you see me drink Jameson, send me home. That's the rule.
Absolutely zero tequila or Jameson during training weeks, though.
No.
Nothing.
No, not during training week.
Not if we're gonna post this. Otherwise, we'll talk on the side.
Yeah, not during training week. I won't say during training camp because I might give myself 1 or 2 nights, just like to get the edge off. But no going out.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that.
Heather, what's it like after the fight then? Like, are you jacked? Do you want to go out, or is it more like you need to?
I always plan these after parties, and I'm like, somebody take me to get pizza and go home because I'm so tired. Like you can't eat. You're like 6 hours before the fight. Like I've been the main event for so many years, and it's like you can't eat for a certain amount of time. Like once you check in with the inspectors, like you have to no food, and like usually I get in the ring and I'm starving. So after doing all those rounds, it's like I just want a burger and I want to go to bed.
Is that because of a weight thing, or is it more or less just because you don't want that in your stomach?
No, it's because they give you a commissioner kind of to make sure that you're not ingesting anything you shouldn't. They check your piss and your blood before and after the fight. So you can only drink water out of like a assigned water bottle. That's it.
Okay. Do you have like a hard like weight cut or anything that you have to worry about, or?
I used to fight at 126, and that's like little kid weight. And I'm like pretty muscular for 5'5", so that was always really challenging to me. But now I'm fighting at 135, which I won't say is easy because dieting sucks. Yeah. But I don't envision this weight cut ending in a sauna. So
what do you think of so obviously like in the UFC recently with what's his face? Kamaev with the huge weight miss, like 8.5 pounds. Like, what is your opinion on that? Like, do you think he was even trying to make weight, or do you think that was a whole like play?
It's really hard to say because I've seen two ends of it. Like as a female, gone through female things, your weight fluctuates like very often. And I've missed weight by ounces. I think the most I ever missed weight by was like 1.5 pounds, where I've had to be carried out of the steam room. Like there just wasn't any more water left. I feel like anything above like 4 pounds is like really you're not prepared correctly. And you probably should have advised camp before. I had one camp, I was fighting at 125 and I was 127 for like a week, and I couldn't budget, couldn't cut the water, couldn't do anything. We had to call it in. Like, sorry, if you want to call off the fight, we don't even have to make it to scales. But so you wind up changing the contracts before, because that's courteous if you know that you're not going to make it.
Yeah. It really, I mean, it messed with that card so much. I don't know how closely you're watching UFC, but yeah, it was that was a crazy couple days there. But
yeah. I mean, weight cut is tough. I'm not going to say it, and I've always been a fighter who's had it rough, because I'm not like, you have fighters and you have athletes, right? Like you have athletes who are always in shape, always ready to go, and then you have girls who drink tequila and love pizza and burgers and stuff. And I fight because I'm good at it and I'm tough, but not because I love exercising.
Yeah. I did see that you have a pizza and an ice cream emoji on your Instagram. Are those two of your favorite foods then? Or
I am such a fat girl at heart. Do not let those muscles fool you. I love to eat. I like people are like, what do you like to do for fun? Fucking eat and drink. Sorry. It's true.
You sound like you are from Wisconsin.
You're a Wisconsinite at heart. That's what you are.
Come here. That's all we do. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Fuck no. Pineapple belongs in nothing but a pina colada.
I love it. What's your favorite kind of ice cream then?
Probably toasted almond from the ice cream man.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have an ice cream man there.
I don't think so. No.
Those are called
play some music.
Yeah, those are called pedophiles over here.
Yeah. Can make so many comments on that, but I will hold back. Would you prefer a brat or a burger?
A burger. I don't even know what a brat is.
All right, a hot dog or a
beer
burger?
and brats. Brutal.
Yeah. You're like a half Wisconsinite then. I'm not sure what you are.
Okay. I'm just like a tomboy. That's what I am.
I like it. Drew, Cody, what else you guys got?
Oh man, so you fought MMA, kickboxing, stand-up boxing. From the fighter's perspective, technically, which one's more difficult to actually learn?
MMA. Oh, you mean like any of the sports?
Just in general, just like, I mean, striking, obviously you're more concerned about
I think that jiu-jitsu is the hardest, because when I studied all the other arts, you're able to get a teacher and a trainer. So someone to explain things to you, and then you actually apply them. So you can kind of bypass people who had not good teachers, right? By learning the mechanics and doing it properly. So like double time on training and teaching. And jiu-jitsu is you'll get it the more you do it kind of thing. So
Very
it was
technical.
like, you didn't have a fast track to learn jiu-jitsu or wrestling, other than to just do it. And when I started MMA, I was 35 years old for my first fight. And I'm looking at some of these girls who are like posting throwbacks in their gis with pigtails in second grade. And I'm like, I just have no time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is tough.
You know?
Yeah, that is tough. What do you got, Drew?
I read this thing about you on your first fight. Your friend or something said, like, just imagine there's like a tiger
out there.
Yeah, so I got 2 comments real quick. One, it's bullshit, because you probably were like, I want that pizza. I'm gonna knock this bitch. So that's number 1. 2, I would have picked something a lot scarier, like R. Kelly's in there and he's gonna piss on you if you don't whoop this shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I had my first fight, we were still bumping and grinding to R. Kelly. Okay, we didn't get in no trouble yet, so I'd have been no scared of no R. Kelly.
Yeah, I would have been like, all right, beat me.
Oh, take me.
But I will tell you, I got the metaphor, and that's what I needed to hear. Like, he knew that I wasn't technically good. I'm still not technically the best, but he knows me it's my cousin on the street, like just in life. And just, he knew to bring the dog out of me. He was saying, take this bitch to the street, bring the dog out. And that's what we did. We just ran her into the ropes.
So growing up, were you a brawler when you were a kid? Is that just the way of life? And
I don't want to say it's a way of life. Brooklyn is a lot different now than it was, 30 years ago, 25 years ago when I was growing up. And it was like, I grew up in the kind of neighborhood where everybody's parents worked 2 jobs. So after school time, there were no adults in the whole neighborhood. It was all just kids running around in the streets, smoking Newports, hanging out. You get beat up by your friends, older brothers and sisters. So it's not to say that there were brawls and everybody fought, but everybody would kick your ass. I come from a time, in the 80s and the 90s where it wasn't bad if your mama beat your ass. You'd be telling her, like, I'm going to call 1-800 for a child. I'm going to call ACS and say, I'll dial. They'll come pick you up, So I done got my ass whooped so many times, not because I got in big street fights, just because I was a big mouth and I ran my mouth and I get slapped by everybody's mother, everybody's sister, everybody's cousin.
Were there beefs like between like boroughs at all growing up? Like if you went into
because we didn't, growing up, when I grew up, where I grew up, we didn't travel. We stayed in the neighborhood. So, if other people came down the neighborhood, you would fight with people who came, try to come in the neighborhood, steal your bikes and stuff. I grew up in mostly like, I hate to call it white trash, but we're just like some gritty ass, like poor Irish people, and they used to call us the garbage pail kids. Because if anybody came in, somebody would bang on the garbage pail and people come running around the corner.
That's pretty cool though.
That is amazing. Yeah. God, that's awesome. Do you have I guess this is kind of a 2-parter. So was there inspiration as far as like modeling your style after anybody as you were growing up and you started fighting? And then is there anybody you still watch to this day, either in boxing or MMA, that you kind of like admire or watch closely?
Really interesting because I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be a boxer. I didn't realize that I was going to fight until I was 28 years old and I stepped in that ring for the first time, like almost on a dare,
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those fighters who watches boxing. You asked me about the fights this weekend. I don't fucking know what fights. Like someone asked me, you're watching the fights this weekend? I'm like, what fights? They're like, Canelo's fighting. I'm like, oh shit, I never really follow up with it. But as I came to Gleason's gym, I first went to a girl named Alicia Ashley, who's a 6-time world champion, currently in the Guinness Book of World Records. She was older than Bernard Hopkins, the oldest fighter ever to win a world title at 51. And she was my first coach. And I said to her, I want to fight. And she said, no, baby, you want to box. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And she really taught me how to use footwork. And they called her Slick because she was like oil. You just couldn't touch this girl. And every now and then her style comes out when I fight. And that's when I'm most proud of what I do.
Awesome.
And her name was Alicia Ashley.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool to hear. Yeah. Do you have, I guess you don't strike me as the person who gets too starstruck by people on Instagram, but do you have anybody on Instagram that either follows you that you were kind of like, oh shit, they're following me now? Do you have anyone like that? Or
one time Wu-Tang retweeted my tattoo and almost fell off my chair.
Hell yeah. What's your tattoo?
I have a Wu-Tang tattoo on my back. So they it was like a, I think I posted on a Wu Wednesday or something and they retweeted it. And I was like, fuck. That was probably one of the cooler moments. And then I'm going to age myself big time with you young people. But when I was a kid, there's this show Dawson's Creek and Joshua Jackson was on it. And everybody had a crush on him.
Dawson's Creek. Fucking
everybody loved Pacey. And he walked into Gleason's one day and was like, oh shit, Heather Hardy. And they needed to call me an ambulance.
That's funny. How many Krispy Kreme donuts do you think you could eat in an hour?
Fucking none, man. I don't if you ask me how many margaritas I could drink, done, but I don't eat.
How many pints of ice cream do you think you could eat?
Probably not a lot.
No,
I'm telling you, just ask me for drinks. I could probably pound 12 margaritas in an hour.
In an hour?
Yeah.
Could you function afterwards? Are you saying could you drink Sean under the table?
I'm sure you could.
What?
Could you outdrink Sean?
I bet you I could.
Yeah, probably.
I bet you could too. I've seen him.
Back in the day, I was a little better, but now
the only person I can't outdrink is my little brother.
Is he actually little though, or you just call him?
No, my
brother?
brother's 6'4". He's in the Navy. He's overseas right now. Right before he goes, he always proves to me that he can drink me under the table.
I'm 6'4" too, but I still can't drink that well. You'd kick my ass in that too.
I believe in me.
I believe in you too. Heather, I'm going through your Instagram. You've been cracking me up with some of your reposts. And I wanted to say two of them real quick. The first one is keep an eye out on how much you drink tonight. And it's Stevie One.
Yeah.
That's number one. And then number two is it's something about if you make a account for your baby and you talk, you deserve to get beat. Now that I met you, it makes total sense.
I'm such an asshole. That Instagram is so my real life.
The one that got me, and I actually sent this to some of my friends. There's my buddy Anthony, he lives in California, and all he drinks is Jameson all the time. And that that Jameson post with the "damn, this is delicious" slurred Boondock Saints quotes, and then the last one is "after I shit in this closet, everyone here is gonna catch fucking hands." That one got me.
It's only funny if you know somebody who does that when they drink Jameson. So
I sent it immediately to him. Like, bro, this is you, like to a T. God.
Yeah.
Your Instagram account is pretty great. I love it. Awesome. Well, Cody, Drew, you guys got anything else? I think I ran through most of mine.
Oh, we got shit to do. Let's do it.
Do you have any questions for us that you want to throw at us?
I wish I did. I don't. I wasn't.
No, that's fine.
With any.
Oh, I didn't expect you to be prepared. I don't know.
He works with us, and we are never prepared, so he's understanding.
I asked him what questions they had tonight. And they said, "We'll find out."
Yeah, but it worked out good. The flow was
good.
nice.
Yes. I know you wanted to keep it 30 minutes or less or so. I think we're good on time, so we can kind of end it there. Best of luck with your upcoming fight. We are going to stream it. Cheer you on. We're going to be posting some stuff on Instagram from this interview, so we appreciate you taking some time out to talk to us.
Dude, we'll be watching.
I got one
Thanks
question.
For having me.
If I put my mortgage on you on that fight, is that a pretty safe bet?
I don't have an opponent yet, but I'm feeling like, yeah.
Okay, I don't give a shit who it is. You feel good about it?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Mortgage down.
I think I might be in. Let's do it, Cody.
Maybe a full year's mortgage at this point. I like her.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Heather. You have a great night. Appreciate it.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.